In the event that shield media cannot defend something, you know it's bad, because they will do everything they can to try to shield for it, especially things that are divisive. It seems like these guys will go out of their way to say, oh, hey, give it a chance. Go out of their way to say, oh, it's better, it's good, it's the highest, the critics love it, meaning that you should love it for reasons. But in the event you get something that is so bad that the critics, the professional critics, can't even save it, you know it's especially bad. We all saw Gotham Knights TV and that CW bull crap. It's dead on arrival. You didn't need me to tell you that it's dead on arrival. Not sure whose bright idea this was. And the fact they're still going forward with it is hilarious, and it is set to launch on March 14th. However, as documented right now, CW's Batman spinoff Gotham Knights has been receiving mixed fan reactions after this awful trailer, but the question remains on whether those comments influenced the critics. Says right here, critics share their social media reactions and reviews of the CW's Gotham Knights ahead of its debut. Murphy's Multiverse, this is all Access Media, they get to see it earlier, pointed out that the show's first 6 episodes were a drag due to its uninteresting and bad characters. Another one says he admitted it's been a rough go so far. Only 2 episodes in, but Gotham Knights has been rough go so far. Cringe dialogue, shoddy acting, and a plot. It seems like it fits right within the CW. Plot that seems disrespectful for the Batman. Oh, they've been doing that long before Gotham Knights. Make this experience nearly unwatchable. Wow, that says a lot right there. Another one says it's abysmal on all fronts. While comic book Nicole Drum said the show's far from perfect, she still noted that it managed to deliver an interesting approach. Oh, I know comic books and probably CBR and those guys are not going to be the ones that are going to be critical of this, because their entire platform is built on maintaining the access it is that they have. Look, and this is a safe one. I've said this before about critics. Critics will criticize something when it's safe. This was so obvious that this was going to be terrible, so it's easy to just be honest with it on this one. The other stuff, not so much. These guys don't know what they're doing. They haven't known what they're doing for a very long time. And again, you're getting goofy versions of characters. And sometimes you get characters nobody even asked for, but you get goofy versions of the characters that people did ask for. They're not interested, and they're not interesting. And I know some of y'all maybe hyped up on James Gunn. And I guess you think that he's going to turn this ship. It's tide. Yeah, I'm not one of those believers. Call me whatever you want to. It's just even him, himself, with some of the work that he's done, he does a lot of the same thing, where he'll take groups, often groups that are not known, okay? And he'll make them just appear as the characters in name. Saw this with Guardians of the Galaxy. I know some of y'all love that. Drax, for example, in Guardians of the Galaxy is not Drax. I don't know who the hell that is, but it ain't Drax. Same can be said for some of the stuff that he did with Suicide Squad. It's just what it is. It's what he does. It's what really Hollywood is. Look, man, what's the end thing? Oh, comic books are the end thing. Okay, let's just get the properties. All right, we got the properties. All right, I know that people it has a baked-in audience, so I can get guaranteed eyes on if I did this project on my own with a brand new IP. Well, people wouldn't watch it, but I can use your IP to tell my story. That's how writers, producers, directors act. They're cocky. It's kind of prerequisite, as I say always, in being in Hollywood, is that you gotta be arrogant and egotistical enough to believe that you and what your preference is and what you want is more important than what it is the customers want or the fans want of already established material. So what they do is take what already exists as a baked-in audience to tell whatever goofy stories that they want to tell. And if they're just them in name, right? This is the same guy pertaining to Peacemaker, for example. It's the same thing. He freaking told John Cena, don't go read them books because we're going to do our own thing. So this was done, if I'm not mistaken, long before James had got involved. The only reason I'm bringing that in is now he's the kind of guy facilitating everything that's going to be going down. You're going to get much of the same thing afterwards because that's what he does too. But this is dead on arrival. Wherever you're viewing the content, I appreciate you. If you enjoyed it, you may be interested in my comic book company, Rippaverse Comics. Our first book and campaign, ISOM #1, brought in $3.7 million with tens of thousands of satisfied customers. Visit Rippaverse.com to check out our store and stay up to date with the latest campaigns from one of the hottest new comic book companies. Also, my first big step towards a parallel economy was the development of my personal website, ericdjuly.com. This entirely replaced my Patreon. Now, if you enjoy this content, please consider becoming a member over at the website. We have an ever-expanding list of perks for various membership tiers, a forum, and a phone app. Some of these perks will even benefit you if you're fans of the Rippaverse. Anyway, I appreciate you so much for being a supporter and or customer. I even got a little love for my haters.